In this video, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of different ways to execute Python code to ultimately build up to giving you an understanding of how to do Python scripting. So let's get right on into it. I am on a Mac computer, so I'm going to open up a terminal window to check what version of Python I'm running, and I can do that with Python 3-V. I'm running Python version 3.11, and if you're on Windows, I have a video about installing Python on Windows, so do that first, and then you can follow along with us. Linux users, you can follow along as well. So easiest way to execute Python code is directly on the Python shell. To access that, you can simply type Python 3. And in here, we can type any Python command. Let's do a simple one. Let's do a print hello world. And that does exactly what we tell it to do. It prints out the text hello world. Now, we can do the same exact thing inside a Python script. So let's copy this, open up a text editor, and we're going to take that same code and paste it in here. Now let's save this file onto our desktop, and I'm going to save it as hello.py. We'll save that, and over here, here's our Python script now. In my command window, let's go to our desktop, and to execute this Python file now, this Python script, we can type in Python 3 and then give it the name hello.py. And that executes that. And that's because that file is on our path in our desktop where we're located. Now, if we were up a level again, and that file doesn't exist here, we can still type in Python 3, give it a path to the desktop, and then say hello.py. But for this tutorial, we'll just work right out of our desktop. Now, sometimes you might want to execute a Python script directly. So in order to do that, you would do something like // and then the name of the file hello.py, but that doesn't work. It says permission denied. So the reason for this is because we don't have execute permissions on this file. There's no X here, here, or here, like you see down here with these other folders. So in order to give that file execute permissions, we can use the chmod command to add that to that file. So chmod +x hello.py. Now, if we look at that file again, it does have execute permissions, so we can execute it directly with // hello.py, but the shell doesn't know what to do with that. We didn't tell it that it's a Python script other than the .py extension, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a Python script. So we have to modify our script and add to it something called a shebang line. And this is what a shebang line looks like. It starts with a £sign and then an exclamation point, and then it gives it a path to a Python binary. Now, I just want to show you the official Python documentation here real quick, which does point out the fact that some Unix systems might not have the env binary. So you might have to sometimes explicitly say user bin Python 3, which on our system, if we do say ls user bin Python 3, that file does exist. And do we have user bin env? That does exist for us as well. So this will work for us. Let's go ahead and save that and test it out. So now let's execute that script directly with // hello.py. And we see what we expect to see, hello world printed out to the console. For Windows users, I also have the Python documentation up here, which says, yes, the Windows Python version does support a number of virtual commands. So if you do start your Python scripts with user bin env or Python, then that should work for you too. So right now we have this basic Python script that just prints out hello world. Let's make it a little bit more interesting and have it say hello to more things than just the world. So we can do that with a function. Let's make a function called hello that takes a name as an argument. And like I said, instead of just saying hello to the world, we can say hello to whatever name we pass into the argument. So we can do that with format name and close paren. So what this is doing, whenever we call the hello function, we're going to take the name that was passed in and say hello to that name. Whatever's in these curly braces is going to be replaced with name. So let's save that script, execute our Python script on the command line, but it doesn't really do anything because we did not call our function. So let's call our function. Let's say hello Tony. Okay, so we'll save that, call our function, And I made a syntax error. So that's good. Now we can see how to debug a Python script. Looks like there is a parentheses that was never closed. So let's go fix that, save our file again, and then re-execute the script. And now we see what we expect, hello Tony. If we wanted to say hello to someone other than Tony, we would have to come back into our script and change this to world again, save it, and re-execute it. That's not ideal. Let's try to get some arguments to our script. So how do we do that? Well, the easiest way to do that is with the sys library. I'm not saying it's the best way to do it. Argparse is probably a much better way to do that, but we're going to keep it simple here and import the sys library, which allows us to get command line arguments. So what we're going to do down here is basically define a name variable, which we're going to default it to world. And if there are arguments on the command line, which we can check to see with sys.argv is greater than 1, then we know there's a command line argument. So we can assign the name variable to that value, which we can access with sys.argv and pull out the element at index 1. So now instead of just hard coding hello world, we can say hello to the name, which is going to default to world unless we pass in something on the command line, and then name will be equal to that. So let's test that out. We'll save that file, and then we'll run hello.py, and we'll pass in Tony, and it says hello Tony. And let's run hello.py and pass in nothing, see if it defaults to world, and it does do that. So you might think that's fine and dandy, but there's just one problem. If we ever wanted to import this Python script, which can be considered a Python module, into another file, we're gonna have a problem. Let me show you what that problem is. So if we open up our Python shell again and we import the hello.py file, which is on our desktop, it's gonna print out hello world every time that we import that. So this script can be either used as a script when it's executed directly, or it can be used as a Python module. So we need to, in the script, make that distinction somehow. So let's go ahead and do that. Instead of calling hello and passing in the name argument every single time, we can use the if name equals main switch here inside of an if statement and execute that only if that's the case. So what is this actually doing? So if name equals main basically just says if this was executed directly as a script, or another way to say that, if it was not imported as a module. So the only way we're ever going to call hello is if the script was executed directly. So let's try that. Let's save this file. We'll exit out of here, open up our Python shell again, import hello, and we don't see that output printed out because we have this if name equals main switch. Now, does our script direct execution still work? It does hello world, and then we'll try it with Tony. Hello Tony. Now that you know how to write a Python script, check out this video next, which will show you 3 different ways to count to 1 million in Python.